Here is a story to set your imaginations into the most exquisite world of wishes and dreams. For I have a secret. I am a soul traveller. I journey the planet Earth visiting people, places, events, concerts, wars and dreams. It is well that you might smile. Please sit back and listen to my travels. To be born an observer is intriguing indeed. Perhaps we have met unknown to you in the same cafe, restaurant or pub, helping in famine-stricken countries, bandaging your war wound, finding your lost property, sheltering your wayward child, helping you after a terrible accident, saving you from a suicidal jump. For I am everywhere and nowhere. The shadow you thought you saw, the warm breath you sensed when you were alone and in distress. For the cry of the desperate shakes me to my core. You are all so precious to me. There is no good and bad. I am war and peace, love and hate, black and white. Life encompasses everything as whole as one. Listen to my story. For it is possible to visit a soul, clean away despair and return home leaving behind hope and wonder towards the mysteries of the mind. I died in an unfortunate accident at 26 years of age. The world was my oyster. So I had believed until that fateful day when my life faded away. A light engulfed me and took me to another plane. It did not take long to silence the desperation in my soul. Soon I was present in a mysterious paradise, feeling loved and cherished. Spoken language did not exist, just messages through the mind. It was so easy to feel something and be understood, no matter how light the thought, and I was prepared and trained to be a guardian soul retriever and angel of death. There she sat in her living room, as still as a propped-up corpse, her beautiful hands resting on her lap, eyes glazed over. I jumped inside her body. Her heart was pounding. The turmoil was unbearable, so still from outside and tempestuous inside. It was my first time to witness a crying heart and a paralyzed soul. Hours before, I had watched her laughing and joking with her children as she sent them off to school. And as she sat over her breakfast with her husband listening to all his woes, then waving him off to work. Here I was now, in her reality. A dark place to be, foreboding and lost. I jumped out and sat nearby. Suddenly she said, "Who are you? I know someone is here. I can feel your presence." Silence reigned. "Thank you," she suddenly whispered. "Whoever or whatever you are, and welcome." She smiled sweetly. "I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't sleep or eat. When I do doze off for ever such a short time, I dream of past lives, big furry spiders and cobwebs. I cannot talk to anyone, for who would listen? And how would I explain the depth of my despair? But I can feel you here, a helper of sorts." Suddenly her face brightened. "I know who you are. You are my inspiration." With that, she jumped up, grabbed her pen and started to write. I looked over her shoulder. The words flowed like melting gold from pen to paper. I looked at her beautiful face. There was something about her. I could not know what, but I felt drawn to her. There was a special light around her. Suddenly she replaced her pen and paper and looked up. I must be crazy talking to air. How long will you stay? Please don't ever leave me, for this despair terrifies me. I want to die, but I cannot. I want to live, but I cannot. The only peace that soothes my mind is the release of words from pen to paper. My heart lightens and my torment fades for just a little while. But now I know you are here with me, understanding what no other human can. I spread my arms as wide as I could and embraced this sweet soul with light. She felt the warmth and smiled. The fire had been rekindled. The torment plumes of black smoke released from her to a corner of the room. I spread my arms once again and absorbed this anguish. Thank you. I know you must go. Now I believe that there is more beyond my understanding of this world, a whole unseen universe. I ask only one thing. Please come back often. I will always know when you are near. I stayed with her for quite some time as she worked and drove to school to pick up her children. She talked constantly to me of her derangement, words that no one could possibly understand. I answered her questions to the air and she could hear me. I reluctantly left her with her children, for there is an overpowering attraction to an enlightened soul. It is sweeter than the most delicious chocolate in the world, warmer than the loveliest embrace, and brighter than the first smile on the face of a newborn infant. I will be back, my love. And with that I left her world behind, returning to my plane of the mind. I am the breath you felt on your cheek when you thought you were alone. The force that taught you to be wise and to find harmony with nature. The air you breathe when life needs to be renewed to act courageously. The luck moment you never had. I am you, the love that did not exist.